Greetings, everyone. Welcome to the Confused to Focus TV. This is where we step into our greatness and understand truly who we are, where we can transform our lives and take it one step at a time, never giving up. I am Coach Lekeisha, and I'm so excited that you're here with us in our television show today. We have an amazing episode today, family, and I'm so excited for us to get into it. Of course, it is titled Breaking Free from Limitations, Stepping into Your Worth. This sounds exciting, right? I know it does to me as well, too. So we're going to go ahead and get into it, family. You already know, please go ahead and subscribe to this amazing channel and definitely make sure you share it with a friend. And I'm so excited for us to get into this amazing episode. So you already know, before we go into anything else, we're going to do our signature branding. And that is, yes, smiling, family. Smiling. I'm so excited to smile with you. It's so important for us to begin to bring the energy in and our smiling and definitely understanding what it means to each and every one of us. And it's such a powerful piece to our amazing show because we're able to begin to utilize those endorphins that's in us and begin to change our way of thinking into being a positive way versus to a negative way. We do have our powerful impact when we do that, family. And when we actually engage in it and actually bring it on to really be happy about today and change the perspective from sadness to happiness, bringing it in with an amazing smile, which is revolutionary wherever you live. Honestly, if you're in the US of America, or if you're across the country, in another state, in another platform where they're maybe have a different language. That's what I mean, but that smile, it means the same thing. And it really is universal, family. So you already know how we go into it. So we're going to always have our hot topic when it comes to smiling. I love this. We're going to get into it, family. Just really know the benefits of smiling for each and every one of us. And I love when we're able to have these fun, positive facts when it comes to smiling. So like I said on a while ago, we're going to have a couple of facts on smiling. And this particular one comes within our article, Patel Talks, and it's just sharing a few things about what smiling means. Honestly, smiling not only brings on understanding what our endorphins does to us, but honestly, it really is something that really is something that's really able to delete a lot of negativity when it comes to the illnesses and things that we have within us and around us. And honestly, it brings on an engagement for us to begin to be very productive in a positive way, right? One thing about smiling, I love these power packs that are coming in. One of the things about the kids really understanding what they do. Kids, of course, smile more than adults, believe it or not. If you didn't know that, kids smile more than adults. Honestly, according to the records, they say that kids smile and laugh around 300 to 500 times a day. What? And then you got adults who pretty much laugh about 17.5 times a day. That is a huge leap, right? I mean, think about how that does. Our children, the children around us, they really actually utilize their endorphins in a positive way and utilize the muscles for them. And they began to smile, effortlessly. I will say, I'm be honest with you, I feel that maybe they may not have a lot of responsibility, most adults would say, or somebody else would say, you know what, they don't have a lot of heavy weights on them. That is a perspective, right? One thing about it is we can begin to be a child, within ourselves too. We can actually begin to focus on the things that are great for us, that are going well with us. So smiling actually can be a benefit, family. Just try it out. I promise you, you're going to be encouraged to. Also, one thing about it is that, all around the world, smiles are the communications that they use. Honestly, when they greet somebody for the first time, wherever you are, that might be really an introduction and starting an amazing proposal or amazing project or partnership. All of that really connects with a smile. And usually that is inviting someone in and beginning to connect with them there. That's interesting. That's what the amazing facts are saying. Of course, they're saying that, you know what? Most people feel you're more approachable when you smile. I believe that is true. You know, you feel more approachable when you smile. And honestly, you feel like you might be somebody that I want to get to know. I mean, I'm just saying, somebody you might get to know. And then also, the last fun fact when it comes to smiling today, they do say that chimpanzees, they actually smile, family, all the time. They greet each other. So chimpanzees and monkeys and apes, they greet each other with a smile and they laugh a lot. That is interesting. I'm telling you, that is their universal language between themselves. So tell me what you feel about these amazing smile facts, family. And definitely, if you're feeling encouraging to do it for yourself. I mean, I feel like encouraged to do it. Listen, if somebody else is doing it, and then you got the chimpanzees and apes and monkeys doing it, it's something they're doing a little bit more great for us all. I feel that way. That's amazing, family. So let's go ahead and get into it. One thing I will say that it's important for each and every one of us to begin to have a momentum when it comes to understanding who we are when it comes to affirmations. You already know that's how we have our show. We talk about affirmations and really what they mean to us. Honestly, having affirmations is something encouraging that for each and every one of us to connect with. And honestly, it brings out, so much that's greatness within all of us. It really, honestly, is something that we can actually not only begin to reflect on, and we can begin to understand how we can be a great impact when we do affirmations. I am statements. I am statements are so powerful, family. And I honestly believe that you should do I am statements as well. So we're going to do some right now. I am defined, by greatness. I am worthy. I'm not defined by my past or failures that we call that are bloating us back. Not defined by it at all. I am breaking free from toxic patterns that were holding me back before in our past. And then also finally, just saying how, you know what, I'm an overcomer and I can do hard things. Do you think about that? I can do hard things. I believe that is something that's really going to encourage us all, and we can begin to be resilient in so many areas that we thought we couldn't when we began to actually say those I am statements for ourselves. Why don't you try it? I try it first thing in the morning. I'm telling you, starting off my day. And then when I open the doors for everyone else to see me and everybody connect with everyone else, I'm already protected by my I am statements because I already said what I am first before somebody else can tell me what they think I am. You control this. I promise you do. Oh gosh, this is so amazing, family, for us to do this, to encourage each other and move forward in this way. Before we even get into the other segment of our show today, so it's important for us to set the stage and begin to set our environment on a positive way, and for us to begin to encourage ourselves in that way. Honestly, I say encourage yourself with, maybe some music or maybe just, a soothing, a way of talking to yourself, saying, man, I'm just so amazing. I'm so awesome. Let's go ahead and maybe going to go ahead and cook dinner, or open the doors, go ahead and cook breakfast. Let me take that back. Go ahead and cook breakfast for somebody and begin to start sharing and doing those areas in your life. Honestly, that's going to be a benefit for yourself. And it's really going to be something that's going to be an impact for yourself moving forward ahead. I promise you, when you set the tone on your day by doing this, is really going to be an impactful statement for yourself. And as you begin to connect with others, they're going to want to do it too. They're going to want to do it the same. I promise you they are. Wow. I love this, family. So as we get into it, we're going to go ahead into another powerful, fun, hot topic we're going to go into. So it's important for us to understand how amazing that we are when we connect with each other. But like I said, we were talking about our I am statements at first. It's important for us to encourage each other to understand just how worthy we are by saying words that are great for us. I am someone that loves affirmations so much so, like we were talking about as far as with our last segment, I began to actually write myself nice, amazing quotes for ourselves. And I began to write those quotes and actually share it with other people. I began to say quotes like, self-worth comes from one thing, thinking that you are worthy. I'm going to say that again. Self-worth comes from one thing, thinking that you are worthy. I like that. Wow. And then another one is, don't let someone who doesn't know your value tell them how much you're worth. Wow. I'm going to say that again. That deserves a repeat. Don't let someone who doesn't know your value tell you how much you're worth. That is a powerful statement, family. You begin to control your environment. You begin to control whatever is happening to you. You begin to tell others just truly how you are feeling. And guess what? I'm telling you, that will literally say so many statements for yourself that will bring confidence, that will bring self-worth, and that will bring worthiness. You can start the day by doing that for yourself. Begin to protect yourself by saying those positive statements. And as you begin to have that, honestly, you'll begin to know your worth even more. You'll begin to know who you are. No one else will begin to tell you who you are because you already made a statement and you know who you are. You begin to combat any elements that are opposite of you by saying those great I am statements and positive reinforcements for yourself. People are going to say what they're going to say. I'm going to say that again. People are going to say what they're going to say. And because we know that, we have to put everything in perspective. Others may say something opposite of what you're saying right now. You control everything in your environment. You have the keys. Understand that. And as you knowing that you have the keys, you can change your outlook on whatever's going on. You may not have received the promotion, or may not receive the proposal that you were looking forward to, or you may not have received, a buy-in on something that you thought that was worth that you were worthy to have. It's okay. Don't put anyone else's stop or anyone else's bad remarks that you did not want to receive stop you from being great. You control your greatness. You control your greatness, and you know who you are. Don't let anything stop you from being great. Don't let anything stop you from being the great person that you are. And don't let anything take control of what you're doing in your life moving ahead. Always know that you hold the keys. Always know that you can be great in anything that you want to be great in. So I believe that is Power Pack, family. And as we continue to move forward in that front, it's important for us to continue to understand that about ourselves. So that's what I have to say about that amazing segment, family. So as we go into our topic of the day, breaking free from limitations, stepping into your true worth. So my question to you is, do you know your worth? Do you know your true worth? We have to ask ourselves that, do you know how worthy you are? So understanding how worthy you are, you understand that this really holds on your self-esteem, definitely your confidence, and your overall well-being, family. It's important for us to understand that we need to know who we are by understanding, what we're doing in our environment. You may be doing great things at home. You may be doing great things in your workplace, in your business, whatever it is. But if you don't know it, if you don't say it, no one else will ever know it. So I would say to you, begin to set the stage and telling yourself how great you are by making a mark, going ahead and applying for that job promotion that you always wanted to do. Don't let anything hold you back and scare you or fear you in thinking that you're not worthy of doing it, especially when you know that you are. It's important for you to go out and step out and go ahead and write that book that you've been wanting to write for years. Go ahead and make it happen right now. Don't hold back. Don't say things that, oh, you know what? I'm not ready for this. I believe I should have more under my belt to be able to do it. If it's in your heart, go ahead and start it. If you need more education, go ahead and get the education. Just don't stop. Begin to start. Begin to landscape what you want to do. Hey, okay, I want to go back to school, or I want to go to trade school, or I want to get some more information in order to understand how I can be a nurse, or I can be a great musician, or I can be a great painter. So if that's what you want to do, go ahead and put yourself in position for you to continue that learning. Get the tools that you need to get so you can be able to move forward into that place. Be around what you want to achieve and begin to understand how amazing you are as you begin to take it one day at a time. Go ahead and don't think that you have to do everything all at once. You don't. All you got to go ahead and start. Go ahead and apply for whatever you're looking for. and begin to be a person that's seeking education, that's seeking higher learning, no matter your age. Don't let how young or how old you are make a standpoint or make something say that you got, you're way too far out of this. You're never too far. If you want to do it, go ahead and make it happen. Go ahead and push forward into that and take it one day at a time. You don't have to have everything all together at one time. If you said you want it, go ahead and start putting in position so you can go ahead and achieve it. Take it one day at a time. Go ahead and apply for whatever you're looking for. Begin to say I am statements. I can do this. Or I can say I can do hard things. I can go back to school. I can actually achieve that. Yes, you can. Begin to position yourself where you're already saying the things that you want to do. So you have your amazing confidence, having self-esteem very high, and beginning to move forward and leap. It's important for you to go ahead and jump. It's important to jump, jump, jump. A lot of times you're like, oh my God, this sounds crazy. No, it doesn't sound crazy. Have the right people in your ears. It's important to have the right people in your ears and understand that you can actually do anything that you want to do. Encourage yourself. Encourage yourself that you can do great things. And if you need somebody next to you that's going to champion you on, have some great friends and people next to you that's going to champion you on. Always tell yourself that. Sometimes we need that cheerleading section that's going to cheer you on. It's okay to have that. Have that great friend that's always going to be positive and that's always going to give you those positive reinforcements as you begin to leap. You don't have to do it by yourself. You can go ahead. And guess what? If you are by yourself, I'm telling you, you can do it. All of us have done it before. All of us were nervous at one point. Sometimes we're nervous all the time, like right now, because you're like, oh my goodness, this is abnormal. I don't know if I want to do it. I don't know if I can have what it takes. I don't know if I can go ahead and write that book. I'm telling you right there, Coach Lekeisha is letting you know that you can do it. Okay, you can do this. And it doesn't matter what anybody else says, long as you're saying the right things in your heart. And here, if you never heard nobody say it, I'm telling you right now, you can achieve anything that you want to achieve. You can reach the heights. You can actually persevere out of any funk. And guess what? If you had challenges, it's okay. You're still here. Get back up. You can actually achieve success, family. I'm telling you, you truly can. So it's so important for us to begin to understand that. And it's so important for us to understand that we can achieve the heights that we want to achieve. It's so important for us to understand that you are meant to do it. You are meant to do it. So it's so important for us to continue to build ourselves up within our landscape of our lives, family. We have to. Guess what? Because you have things to do. There's somebody out there that's waiting on that book that you're meaning to write. Okay. They need to hear your story. They need to hear your journey. They need to hear how you went from being ill to being well. They need to hear that. They need to hear how you went from working as a janitor or maybe as a trash man, which are great, amazing positions, as you know, to actually being a multimillionaire and owning a company and actually opening up a nonprofit for someone else that needs to achieve success as well, too. Whatever it is, family, you can do it. Change your words. Like we talked about before, change your words that are coming out of your mouth. And it's okay for you to be great because you are great. I'm going to be honest with you. Sometimes the negative Nancy's, they're going to be right there in your ear saying, I remember when you tried to do this a couple of years ago and you did not succeed. So why are you trying again? It's always those. Or you might be the negative Nancy. You might be the one saying bad things about yourself. I just knew I can't do this. I don't know. Why am I trying to do this again? This is what you do. You begin to come back all of that negative talk and saying the positive talk for yourself. Listen, that is a lie. That is not true. I can do great things. I can achieve success. I've been told if I don't give up, I'm still can win. It's true. And guess what? As you begin to process that and as you begin to walk in that momentum, that's going to be the strongest one in the room. That's going to be strongest voice in the room for yourself. It's important for you to understand that. A lot of times life be lifing. I would say life be life and things happen. You have a lot of projects going on. You have things in your life and things happen where you got to actually put a pause on it and do those things. It's okay. But at the same time, I want you to always champion you and tell yourself that you can achieve anything that you want to achieve as you move forward. When you begin to do that, you can come back anything that you're having in your life and you can actually overcome anything. So one thing I want to leave you with is it is the process that I tell my clients to do, that when you feel like life is be life in and things happen and you feel like it's really just overwhelming for ourselves, I want you to begin to use this process. It's called the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 grounding technique. And this grounding technique is made for those who feel like they just really can't do a lot and they feel like, you know what, life is just way too much. So the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 technique starts with something that, is really going to be encouraging for you. It's really simple, honestly. So I want you to know what it means. So we're going to start with acknowledging five things that you can see. Think about 5 things that you can currently see that you have around you, like your laptop or like a picture of a wall, or just the sunlight and the surface. Just think about that. So when you think about that, it feels like, wow, that's interesting. I can see that. You know what I'm saying? I can really see that. And what it does is it trick your brain and shifting, from distress to something like a reality standpoint. And it really oozes, and really oozes yourself and really connects, and definitely the mental chatter, it began to stop. And going to four things that you can touch and you can feel. See, 4 things a touch that you can touch and you can feel. Just think about 4 of the things, like you can actually touch your feet, touch your chair that you're in, or touch a surface like your fabric on your clothes. Think about things that you can touch and you can feel. I like that. So when you think about that, you're thinking about your physical surroundings and your physical body, and you're thinking about, wow, that's something that is touched and it feels safe, right? Do you feel safe? You feel safe. So then we're going to go into 3 things that you can hear. Think about 3 things that you can actually hear right now. So things that you can actually hear right now, you can hear the air conditioner, you can hear the birds chirping outside, or the cars are passing by. Think about that. Things that you can actually hear. And as you begin to think about things you can hear, honestly, you are really connecting with the auditorial senses of yourself, and you can help yourself tune in to your reality, things that feel safe. And it really connects with your nervous system. And honestly, it began to calm you, really ease you from that fight or flight syndrome, right? And then we're going to go ahead to 2 things that you can smell. So think about 2 things that you can smell. Like you may be smelling some coffee that you just made, or, just smelling like your favorite candle that you like, or just, smelling like, your favorite essential oils. Oh, I love essential oils. Honestly, I love rosemary, believe it or not. That's one of my favorites. So think about that. Think about something that you can actually smell. It really soothes us and actually began to reflect on, acknowledging ourselves. And honestly, it's a sensory standpoint, and their senses. And actually, it's a stimulus that is really natural. I really like that. And then lastly, one thing that you can taste. So think about one thing that you can taste, in your mouth. Like you can taste a sip of water. You can taste some gum. You can taste, something that, your last meal, remember a mint or a piece of candy. That is something interesting, right? So when you think about all 5 of those areas, honestly, it really interrupts your overwhelm cycle. You're not overwhelmed. You're not feeling anxious. You're not feeling, like you're stressed out. Honestly, it's really putting yourself in an easy playing field, and you're able to actually control things. You're able to control the movements, having all of your senses working. And honestly, you're able to build the momentum, and you're able to build your mindfulness and techniques. And this practice honestly works, family. And I feel like this is something that you can utilize in your life and actually begin to really take control. That's interesting. So as you begin that process and that technique, I hope you're feeling good. I'm feeling good, and I know you are. And we're going to move forward ahead. I love this family. I really do. So as we continue on and understanding just how great we are and understanding how the highlights we have of ourselves and understanding that we can take control over our lives. And, we went through that whole process intentionally, and you're feeling like you have a lot of self-worth. You have a lot of impact. You're meant for greatness. You're meant to move forward ahead. You're meant to actually do all those areas that you really want to do. It's never too late. Go ahead and start and begin to, silence the negative Nancy's, begin to silence the negativity and think about the positive areas that you can. And guess what? You're not meant to do this by yourself. If you want to connect with a group, connect with some friends, this is for women. If you have a women's group they want to connect with, and this is for men too. If you have a men's group that you want to connect with, you can do this. You don't have to do it by yourself. And guess what? You guys can partner with each other and actually work it out. That's a great thing to do. Always know that's a great accomplishment. And let's just say if you are by yourself, it's okay. I would say get a great book. Great books that we have out there. One thing about it is you may have a great mentor that you read and you haven't met them in person, but you feel like they're your coach, or they feel like they're your mentor, or even a parent figure. I'm telling you, like Myron Golden, or John Maxwell. I'm naming out people that are my mentors as well. Or, we have so many amazing people that are connected with us that we really champion, like Joyce Myers. Oh my goodness. I truly love Joyce Myers. She has a great process within herself that she goes from her journey from being in despair, from being at the high heights. Honestly, these are great people that we have. And there's people that are connected with you. So if you've got great mentors out there, great people that are going to be able to encourage you, they can connect with you, read their manuscripts, read their books, read some of the things that they say about the same things that you're dealing with. And honestly, they're going to be with you for you to get out of whatever areas that you feel like you cannot connect with and that you could not do anything, but you are able to do things by reading their stories, reading their journeys, and how they were able to do the very same thing that you're dealing with. I promise you, that's going to be a win for yourself. Now, we went through so many nuggets that were truly amazing. As we went through these nuggets to understand, you have a process. You can actually win and achieve anything that you were looking to achieve. Honestly, please know that you're not by yourself. Please know that you can win and you can achieve success. And always know that you have somebody that got your back. Me, Coach Lekeisha, I'm with you. And I promise you, you're able to achieve all the goals that you need to achieve. As you're feeling so worthy right now, which I know you are, encouraged, always know that you can do anything. Those processes and those plans that you have and those projects that you want to achieve, they were meant for you. You can go ahead and get started. Go ahead and start. And always know that you can silence anything that is not what you want. Put your mask on first before you put anybody else's on. You have to. And that's how you're able to even uplift yourself moving forward. You have to fill your cup before you begin to understand and support anybody else. Because if you're exhausted, if you are leaning in and wanting to help somebody, you can't help with the empty cup. You have to fill yourself up, take a break, actually begin to schedule time for yourself, and definitely make sure you move forward ahead. And as you begin to have a full cup, you're able to share with anybody else. You're able to help them out as well too, because that's what you want. But you got to be able to be built with yourself. And as you begin to build yourself up, that's how you're able to be more impactful and more encouraging to somebody else that needs you. Because I know you want to be a trailblazer. I know you want to give back. Begin to nurture yourself. Begin to self-soothe yourself. Take those vacations, family. Please take those vacations. Take those staycations if you need to take staycation, can't leave the house. Begin to do some things for yourself. Begin to take an emotional break for yourself. Begin to take, things that makes you feel good. Like listen to a comedy flick. I always love comedy, or to go listen to a musical or whatever it is that really encourages yourself. Do those things. Take yourself out to dinner, connect with yourself, and definitely begin to say things that are great for yourself that you want to do. Don't hold back. Don't think that it's something that is going to be so selfish. It is not. Self-love for yourself is needed. As you begin to have this self-love and encourage yourself, I promise you, you're going to be a power-packed person that's able to move forward ahead and move forward in your journey. I promise you, you truly will. I love this episode, family. I love us connecting with each other. And I love each and every one of you are doing these things together so we can actually be a power pack force onto the world today. As you begin to understand just how amazing you are, and as you begin to connect with yourself in a powerful way, you're able to really support others. So this is what I want you to do. I really want you to bring someone else into the Confused to Focus TV so they can be inspired as well too, because there's always somebody else out there wanting some definitely amazing personal development for them to achieve their success and goals as well too. So I really appreciate this conversation, family. This episode was truly amazing, but please always know that I always have something going on, family. So I really want you to connect with me on my website, Lekeisha.com. It's a great resource for each and every one of us to connect with, and definitely for us to move forward in, family. As we go into my website, I have so many amazing processes, amazing programs, coaching programs, and definitely events that I have moving ahead. Like we just had the Breaking Free from Toxic Patterns Summit 2024. That recap is still available on the website. So you definitely want to get your copy of that replay, because that was so a power pack. Myself and 6 other power pack coaches were telling their stories of how they've broken free from their own toxic patterns, issues, areas in their life, and how now they're trailblazers now today. And they're able to be a powerful mentor and power pack connection and coach for yourself. So you definitely want to make sure you get your replay. Family, you definitely want to make sure you connect with me on Rise Above, Breaking Free from Toxic Patterns membership program. That program is a monthly program that I have where we're able to connect together one-on-one and talk about any toxic pattern that you definitely need some support within. And I'm able to have that coaching process for you so we can talk with each other one-on-one. Now, mind you, you can get the program for 1 month, or you can get it for 6 months. Or you can get it for the whole year, family. So definitely make sure you register and definitely connect with each other so we can definitely champion each other moving forward ahead so we can have an amazing, successful year. Also, you definitely want to make sure you lean into some of my amazing update resources that we have on that website as well. It's going to be my Soul Rockstar t-shirt, family. You definitely want to get yours. I have on the blue one right now, and this is for all women and girls. You definitely want to get your amazing t-shirt of empowerment. And you definitely want to get a t-shirt for somebody else, family, and definitely want to do that moving forward so they can be resilient and they can feel encouraged as well. And also my amazing books, How to Get Unstuck, Confused to Focus is there, and my amazing book, Free Yourself. And you definitely want to get that book as well. And also my collaboratory books that I have on my website. You would definitely want to get your copy with that as well. And family, lean in, please. Next year is going to be an amazing Power Pack conversation we're going to have on the Smile Awards retreat. And that's going to be next May, family, next May 2025. And it's going to be an amazing conversation that we're going to have together, highlighting so many amazing coaches and so many amazing business owners and community experts as well, talking about how they rose above on their successes that they have in their community, and definitely want them to be highlighted, and definitely make sure to get their flowers for them to encourage to understand that they can do great things moving ahead. So that's what we have there as well too. And I'm looking forward to seeing each and every one of you at our next Breaking Free from Toxic Patterns Summit 2025. And that's going to be a great time for each and every one of us. And that's going to be in person this time versus online, family. So you already know, I am so excited for us to connect with each other again. Looking forward to seeing each other, and definitely make sure you tune in and let everybody else know what's going on in the Confused to Focus TV. Definitely moving forward ahead. So you already know how I end my shows, family. And all you do, Lead with confidence, understanding, and love always. I appreciate each and every one of you. Always notice you're a winner. Always notice you win and that you are meant for greatness, family. Look forward to see you on next Thursday, family. Have a great and amazing day.